welcome back guys and thank you for joining me in another episode here in Icarus. This will be episode 4 of our little adventure in here. It's a double XP event that we are taking advantage of, I said, and just trying to make a character from zero to being hero, goodish, like betterish, however you want to call it. Anyway, this one worked really fine in here. We already accomplished our purpose in here. So, let's see, how much hours? 15 hours. Let's call it 15 hours. In 15 hours, I was able to make in here a character grow from zero, unlocking everything and make all the necessary equipment so that he will be OP. Not exactly OP, but very good. Very, very good. In order to be OP, he could use the shotgun, the trench shotgun, but I didn't make that one because I see no point in it. Basically, we have all the necessary materials and all the necessary perks and everything else needed to rule this map. Nothing in here can stop us at this point. I just put my last drill on the oxide in here, looking just amazing. We have a drill on the copper, we have a drill on the gold, and we have a drill on the titanium. So sulfur as well. We got in here oxide, we got in here, let me go in here just to show you. At the bend of the lake in here, we got the sulfur. This guy, it's working. Up in there, you know it. We got the gold. And here we got a wolf. Just made the level up. And up there we got the cup. We know we have iron on the map because we found it in the last episode. So that will be, in my honest opinion, the next thing to do. But really is no point because I'm not gonna keep this wall. For me, in here, make it. If this will be your picture, that's what we were trying to do in here, trying to grow a character. This would be enough what we have in here. Okay, no point in doing more. At this point, you should start going for the missions. Doing the missions, let all these drills in here fill up with materials because it's taking a sweet time to mine all of those. Basically, copper is the hardest thing. It's like 2.5 something, 2.4 per minute. That means you get an ingot and a half or an ingot and a quarter at each minute. You need a bunch of them. If you don't want to hit the mines because you're lazy, well, you gotta wait for it. So at this point, you should start really doing the missions. We still have cave in here I didn't visit. I say close by, okay. This one in here, never entered inside of it. This one, that one in there is those up there, never visited. The rest of them are kind of empty. Those are empty, that one is 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 empty. But still a bunch of materials to have around. Sulfur and oxide are also a bunch of nodes to have around here, but it's easier just to have those boys working in there, the drills, and collect the stuff while you do something else. I believe, oh, I didn't show you, made the armor. So let me get with my face into the sun in. We made the armor. So we have the carbon armor. It's just amazing. We have the recurve bow. If you wanna do the compound bow, take it to level 4. You gotta make yourself a foundry and make the compound bow, but that one is good enough. We have attachments on all the stuff. I made a pistol. We got a gun. We have the attachments in here. It's only level 1 of those attachments, but you could go in here at tech tree, unlock advanced alteration bench. We have the points. and do better attachments, which I strongly suggest you should do on your armor and your guns. And you know, quality of life, like electric water pump, just to have electric water purifier, so that you will not have to go to that guy non-stop in there. Oxygen synthesizer, so that you will not use oxide and sulfur. If you want the electric benches, be my guest, but this time when you unlock them, almost everything is built. You will need the chemistry bench, not only for those, for a lot more stuff. And I suggest you get the marble benches for the kitchen and the deep freeze. Of course, stove, kitchen, storage, refrigerator. If you use the deep freeze, no. Maybe you should get into the farming, into the animals, you know, explore. Only by building all of those to see what they can do, you're gonna have in here all the materials that you need. It's not so much of a grind at this point. One other thing that I suggest you should do, you should mark all of those that are not close with a beacon. So, two options in there. Get to tier 3, I believe, or tier 2, where the beacons are. Should be in here, portable beacon. You can make one of these boys. It ain't that expensive, trust me. And put it next to the drill. Then you'll be able to see where they are, because in 1 week you will not remember that your gold is up. Okay, or that the iron is in, or that you have a drill in here on the sulfur, or in here on the titanium, or in here on the copper, or inside this cave on the oxide. So if you come back later, you will not remember. You'll have to run and discover them. That's kind of easy, because, you know, just run in there and see what you have in there. But then again, it could be a lot easier. So at this point, we are making something like 15,500 electricity. We're only consuming 10,000 with the drills. I could put another 2 drills easily. All that I'm missing is the copper, for instance. There is another copper node up. There is, I don't know exactly. I could double down on one of those drills. Because let's be serious, I don't exactly need that drill on the sulfur or that one on the oxide. I could take those, one of them, and put it on the copper. I'll double my production. Gold, more than enough, mister. Copper is the most used stuff. And after that will come the iron, but I still have 2 caves. One in there is filled up with iron. 3 caves, actually. And those 2 at the entrance in the Arctic, they're filled up with iron. So I see no point in putting that in there. What else have I made? I put these benches in here, the alteration bench. And the textile bench, of course, they will need it. And that's it. Nothing more, nothing less. This is everything you need in the game. The rest of the stuff, it's quality of life. All the cooking stuff, it's really good. It's giving you a bunch of buffs. But, you know, that depends. Do you want to eat cake in game? Yeah, well, do it. You know, this is good enough for BAG here, for this playthrough. I see no point in evolving further. In my other open world that I use non-stop, I do have in there the cows and the chickens and the animals and everything else. I have the cake, I have the pizza, I have the cheese, I have everything. But that one, it's a good seed, someone. This one, it ain't that good, because I gotta go pretty far for everything. If this would have been a perfect seed, a perfect node, I would have had close in here all of this. It ain't that bad. It ain't that bad. Basically, from this point in the game, I need a bunch of copper. So I would have liked that node in there to stay in there, but to have that one, for example, copper, or to have another one close by where those stones are. 2 stone nodes, yeah. In there, where I have in here, I have in here coal node, in here coal node, in here coal node. So inside this cave 2, in here 1. Well, why not in there something tastier? Titanium is right in here is good. Platinum is right in here is good. Those two up here, the crappy, the stone. Give me something better, you know. So if you wanna do this by yourself and you have access, well, basically at this point in the game, you would have access in here in the workshop to buy this thing. This is one of the best investments that you could make, because you can drop down with that one in a brand new open world and scan for the nodes around you. Like coming here at this lake, and look, do I have in here close by copper, gold, sulfur, oxide, iron, like in here, because you could have them all in here, in this square. And after that, look at the rest. Look at the titanium, look at the platinum. If all of them are present in here, it's just amazing. But it's kind of inconvenient to go until there, because I'm lazy like that, you know? And you run all around. Of course, don't forget you still gotta do a billion missions and go all around the map. So this it's good, but it's not perfect in my opinion. That one, it's another good spot to be for all of those nodes, but this is the best thing ever. Or if you want a harder area and a more beautiful area, this area in here. In here you'll find everything you need close by node-like, you know. What else? At this point, you should really invest points. Oh, I have 10 points. I put one more in solo here in the bow, and I start putting in firearms here. I have one more. So in there, and then handling and power up. 3 in here, 3 in here, 1 in there for all of them. That's the way to do it. Of course, don't forget about the solo with the guns in here. What you should do in this game is get in here and put these guys to work. Electric extractor. Each one of these takes 1,500. So you should have 2 of these guys with those 2 wind turbines with you. Make a stone shack, carry it with you, make this radar, and start scanning for exotics. Go into the wall and extract those exotics. Start piling them up. That will give some time for these drills to work, to grab the materials. When you're gonna come back, amazing, everything is burning. When you're gonna come back, you'll be able to build some more. Not to mention that you get to buy and experiment with all those tasty stuff from the workshop. Up top in this guy in there. That's the way it should be done. So nothing else really to do in here for me. I could go hunting. I could go up until level 60, 80, 200. No point in it. I still have 2 days of double XP, but I'll be spending time in here with no purpose. So at this point, I think, well, it's not no purpose because you could see it, but you already saw it all. So we could make the foundry, we could make the titanium tools, you know, we could make the electric extractors. I don't know, the radars. We have something better in the workshop. Why should I make those if I can call from the workshop? Alteration bench advanced just to have better stuff in there. Compound bow. Yeah, that's really good. And stuff in here, you know, the radio just to be able to make the missions everywhere you are on the map. Water pump, very much needed with the electric water purifier and the oxygen synthesizer. Those are kind of essential. Water, it's used in a bunch of benches, you will need it. Deep freeze, very much needed. Hydroponics, if you wanna start doing stuff for better buffs, grow your own food, that's essential. I hate those trees burning, but I don't really care about this map in here. So I think we should leave this one in here. And I don't know, I can barely wait for Elysium to come and start something in there. Maybe it's gonna be just amazing. we'll see exactly what it's gonna go. I was hoping that we're gonna have Elysium in this year, but apparently we don't. At this point, the update that I have, the newest, is the one with mammoth cubs. I didn't check on that one because, in my honest opinion, animals are crap in here, so they're not good at tames as tames. They're not good enough. Everything that they can do, you can do by yourself. Even when you're thinking about carrying a million stuff, you have the possibility to equip a workshop pickaxe and to reduce your encumbrance penalty to 50%, and then grab one of those lollipops and you're gonna fly around the map. Basically, you will not need all to carry all of that with the buffalo or the horse or whatever. Plus, they require a lot of material spent on the stuff that you need for them. So, not to mention the food. I find that the amount of energy, materials, and everything that you gotta invest in those animals, it's way higher than what you get in return. So in my opinion, it ain't worth doing those. Maybe the mammoth will be good. Maybe they will be reward. I don't know. I don't care. I don't want them in my basic. I have a bunch of them at the other base. Don't care about them. Don't care. It is what it is. I prefer it like this. Not to mention they're kind of weak. Okay, so they're gonna get killed really fast. Well, I think that this will conclude our journey here. So we should leave it in here. Thank you guys so much for being here, for watching this. If you like it, don't forget to drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and if you're somewhere, and if by any chance you wanna support my dream of becoming a full-time content creator, you can do that by grabbing yourselves an amazing membership. Thank you again. I'll see you in the next one. Bye now.